guys, it's Shim Okimi and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell from the title, Seht is finally here. Seht is finally open for pre-order. I feel like I've been talking about it for so long, so the fact that it's here is just crazy for me. But if this is your first time ever hearing about this, I feel like I've been talking about it in so many of my videos. I've been talking about it for too long, for so many years. But Seht is the name of the hair care company that I've been working on for the past like over 3 years to create hair care that helped me have an easier time with my hair, helped me have less breakage, and have an easier time with just caring for my hair, making the hair care process more enjoyable as someone who's a chemist with the background of knowing how to make better hair care. And honestly, the reason why I started formulating for myself way years ago, before I even had the thought that I wanted to make for like other people, was because I really wanted things that were fragrance free. Like at the time, and still to this day, there isn't anything that works really well for our hair type that was fragrance free, and I was really annoyed with that. And I have issues with fragrance, wanting to make things for myself that were better, that worked really well and were fragrance free. So yeah, there's so much I could say. I want to make this video not too long, and but if you don't know, if this is your first time hearing, or if you've heard a lot of times and you just like to see me talk about this brand, yeah, Seht is the name of this hair care company. And the name Seht, people have been asking me if it's a play off of my name, like S-E-U-N, it's spelled S-E-H-T, but no, my sister was the first one that pointed that out to me, actually. That was like, hey, it's the first 2 letters of your name, but no, that wasn't the actual idea for it. It's based off of, because I wanted a name that had meaning. The idea of the brand was being able to create things for us that made the hair care process feel really enjoyable, relaxing. When we think of skincare, body care, we tie those things more closely to self-care, relaxation, things like that. And I really wanted a hair care brand that also tied hair care for Black people to that feeling of relaxing, self-care, simplicity, the idea of not having to struggle. So I knew I wanted a name that had that meaning behind it. So the name is Seht, S-E-H-T, but it goes off of the word S-E-T, the idea of feeling all set in your hair care, feeling that you have everything you need to be set. It's like an exhale, like Seht. And that's actually not really the reason why I added the H, but like it's extra meaning to the H in the name, like an exhale. The reason why I added the H is because S-E-T, that would already been taken as a name, and I just like the way S-E-H-T just looks. And yeah, so Seht, that's the reason why it is called Seht. It's also cool that it has the first 2 letters of my name. I want to pull up, where did I put my phone? Because I posted this thing. If you guys are following me on Instagram, also the hair care page, Seht Haircare at Instagram. But I say that because the day that pre-order opened, it just opened earlier this week, and it closes in a few days. It closes next week. So if you want to pre-order, which I'll talk about that later, you can pre-order. You should pre-order now, and I'll leave the link below and over here. So you pre-order now and it'll be shipped to you. And if you are thinking, because that's the thing, thousands of people signed up like for because I've been talking about this for a while, and I put like, if you're the people who are interested, you could sign up for the mailing list. Because there are so many people who are interested, please, I'm begging, like if you are interested in getting these products, please pre-order, and please don't wait till the official launch day, because we're gonna run out of stock. Like it's not because, I mean, I do have a team, but it would greatly help me out to be able to forecast you guys if you can please pre-order. That's the point of pre-order for new companies, being able to have that before the actual official launch. So please, if you have been watching and if you are interested in buying and getting the products, please preferably pre-order rather than waiting to the actual launch day, because we most likely will run out of stock, because there have been so many, like on the email list there are thousands of people, and it's for a new company, it's hard to like go from nothing to a lot in one day. So the pre-order kind of helps us prepare and forecast well for that launch. So even though like you'll receive your products in 12 to 15 weeks, but it'll still be before everyone else gets their products, because the actual launch date will be right after that. So you guys will still get it before everyone else, but you can just pre-order now. But yeah, I was going to say, like, whenever so I posted that pre-order had opened earlier this week, and I put, if you guys saw those pictures, I'll put them up here. That photo shoot, I should have done more behind the scenes of how I created that hair, because comment down below how you guys think that I did this hairstyle. It was so much fun to make. I really should have, and I was even thinking of going back and redoing it just to film the behind the scenes. I love the idea of creativity with hair care and being able to create really cool things, and I feel like that's another aspect of imagery behind hair care that excites me. All that to say, I was saying that the meaning of set, I put it in one of the photos. I did like dictionary definition of set, but it's the word set, and it's the state of being fully equipped, having everything needed to complete a given activity with greater ease and assurance. So yeah, the idea of being all set, like you have everything you need to complete a given activity, to do your hair with greater ease and assurance. So when God gave me that name, I was like, this is so perfect. And the fact that even SE is kind of similar, and it just set H with the exhale, like relaxation, I was like, this is just perfect. This is exactly what I wanted the meaning of the name to be, with hair care that was simpler, easier to use, and made the process of taking care of our hair easier and more enjoyable. And so I have the products right here. If this is your first time hearing about it too, we're launching this shampoo and conditioner, and it's all, so they're both, the conditioner is multifunctioning, so it functions as detangler, rinse out conditioner, leave-in conditioner, and deep conditioner. And the shampoo also cleanses your hair really well without it being too stripping. So I use it as, so even if I've had a protective style in for a while, I will still use this as a shampoo because it cleans my hair well. I'll just go in with it multiple times, like twice, and then, or just once if my hair isn't that dirty. But I like the idea of having simpler products in my routine so that I wouldn't have to spend a lot of time, and there's really not a need to have multiple steps in your hair care. If you can create, so my goal, especially with the conditioner, if I could create one really good product that could go into one really good product that could do multiple things, it would just make life a lot easier. If you, instead of you having to do like rinse out there and then apply leave-in and then deep conditioner, all of that separately, and then you have to detangle with something else that has a good slip, and it's like I wanted something that could do all of those things and make your hair care easier. I feel like sometimes, because I've been talking about these things for so long, it's hard for me to remember how much I've said too much and how much I haven't said, but I'll pretend like this is most of you guys haven't heard these things 1,000 times, but all of these products are part of the reason why it took forever to make as well, because a lot of testing went into it. I'm a scientist, I'm a nerd at heart, so a lot of the research that went into this was making things that helped me, because with our hair care, I say this in like pretty much every video that I make about hair care, it's really not about changing how the rate that our hair grows. It's about the hair that does grow out of our scalp. How can we experience less breakage in that? And part of that is with using the right products. Like, so products can't grow your hair, but products can definitely heavily assist in allowing you to experience less breakage. So we did scientific tests. So I formulated them with that in mind. That was one of the main things that I really wanted in hair care that would help me experience less breakage. So the shampoo is scientifically proven to reduce breakage by 56% versus traditional shampoo, and then the conditioner is scientifically proven to reduce breakage by 76%. And I don't know if you guys care about this stuff, but the testing, so what we did, this was with the third-party lab that does claims testing for most of the largest hair care companies. I am a chemist, so I worked in the industry, and like that's the reason why I have access to all of these labs. But so the testing that we did, it's essentially they looked at thousands of hair strands that were treated after they were used with our products, and they compared how much breakage after repeatedly grooming thousands of hair strands after using the Seht shampoo versus traditional shampoo, and after using the conditioner, all that stuff. We also did dermatologist testing, which is, and see, I feel like, I don't know if you guys care about this stuff, so if this is too technical, let me know. But the dermatologist testing that we did, because it was so important, did I say that earlier? Fragrance free, that they are good for sensitive skin. That was such a huge thing. Like, why aren't there enough products for our hair type that actually help us with our scalp care? Because we spend so much time, and I said this in my last video, if you haven't watched that video about dandruff, dry scalp itchiness, go watch that, especially if you have issues with that. But I feel like we spend a lot of time focusing on, we would never put such harsh things on the skin and our face, but when it comes to our scalp, we're putting such heavy, harsh fragrances and artificial things that are just causing our scalp to react. So it was really important to me that I created things that were good for sensitive skin. So they were dermatologist tested, and with that testing, it was on a panel of human subjects, panel of 50 human subjects, where they placed the products on their skin repeatedly over several, I have to see how long was that study. I'll put the number for a consistent prolonged period of time, repeatedly applied it to their skin to test for irritation, because I really wanted things that were good for sensitive skin. And also, just in general, I feel like shampoo and conditioner, shampoo is meant to be applied for your scalp and used on your scalp. Conditioner is meant to be applied to your hair. I don't know, and that's something that we talked about in the last video we did with the dermatologist. If you're having scalp issues, I highly recommend that video. But in case you're someone who applies a lot of conditioner, whether it's something that's made for sensitive skin, not for sensitive skin, conditioner is meant to be applied to your hair, because there are things called, again, I feel like I'm getting too scientific, but cationic surfactants. And sometimes if you have very sensitive skin, like extremely sensitive skin, and cationic surfactants are what help with slip, make conditioners have a lot of slip and work really well in conditioners, but sometimes they can be slightly irritating to people who have really sensitive skin. So that's just something to bear in mind. Conditioner is made for your actual hair strands, not for your scalp. It's not harmful to your scalp, but in case you're like slathering on conditioner to your scalp, it's just not necessary. Shampoo is what is made for your scalp. Conditioner is made for your hair strands. But yeah, so wanting things that were good for sensitive skin made the entire hair care experience as beautiful and as enjoyable, not having to experience as much breakage, with things that helped me to detangle my hair. Did I tell you about the slip? The slip of this conditioner, being able to detangle my hair so much more quickly. I need to do, if you haven't, that's another video. If you haven't watched this routine of me, how I care for my hair, I highly recommend that video. That goes through everything, so you can actually see what I mean by making our hair journey easier. Like shampoo that fully cleans our hair well, but then doesn't leave our hair to the point where it's tangled and stripped, because it's the first step of your wash day, leaves your hair really tangled. Everything else, like detangling and everything moving forward, is going to be a lot harder. And then with your conditioner having a lot of slip, how that dramatically increases how much easier your wash day is and how much faster it is, and it being multifunctioning as well, how that dramatically reduces the amount of time and then amount of steps in your wash day. Things like that just add up and make your wash day a lot simpler. And yeah, using science to work smarter and not harder. That's something I feel like I've been saying a lot with the making of this hair care brand. But yeah, I'm really excited for everything. I feel like it's been so many years in the making, and I'm really excited for you guys to try it as well. I feel like honestly this is really a community brand. It's all of us together making the products. Like I made them for myself to have hair care that worked really well for my hair type, and then as we grow and expand, I want to also, if you guys are like, hey, I want a really stripping clarifying shampoo, because I will add a very clarifying shampoo to the line as well, but I want it to be like a, we are doing this together. I think one of the best parts of not having to be under a corporation is we get to create things for us, by us. So it's like, this is a community thing. I already have salons set up to test them, being test salons, things like that. And if you guys want to test products, you can as well. I'll probably figure out, because I would want that to be organized as well. I'll figure out a way of doing that. I want you guys to be involved. So you guys can comment, what ways do you think that would be well? Like, should I create where it's like you can sign up to be like a tester for future products, or to give your feedback, or I don't know. You can just comment whatever you want. But yeah, I'm excited for all that is to come with Seht, and thankful to God, honestly. If you haven't already, go watch that video of my full hair routine. And if you're having problems with dandruff, dry scalp, itchiness, any scalp concerns, go watch this video with the dermatologist, the dream team, the same dermatologist that we did this video like a long, I can't believe it's been 4 years since we did that video on edges, growing back your edges. But yeah, lots of other things to watch as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much again. I'm super grateful for all of you guys who've been with me on this journey since the beginning. It's actually crazy when I think about how long, like half of my life has been on YouTube, like at least a third at this point, which is crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.